Okay, sa video yung isi-share ko sa inyo, ito yung pagtatanong ng committee ni Senador Robin Padilla tungkol sa amendments ng ah, mga provisions sa ligang batas, no, sa konstitusyon natin, kung saan resource speaker niya si ah, former Senator Enrile, na si Senator Enrile, siya ngayon yung Chief Legal Advisor ni PBBM. Okay? So dito makita mo na kailangan siya, no, yung magnanimous opinion niya ay talagang kailangan pa, lalo na kay Senator Robin Padilla na siya yung chair ng constitutional amendments, na makita mo sa pagtatanong na uh, willing naman si talaga, sa tingin ko, willing naman si Senador Robin Padilla makinig talaga sa mga opinion ni Senator Enrile, pati sila Senador Jingo Estrada at saka si Senador Tolentino na nagtatanong kay Senator Enrile. Makikita mo yung uh, pagsang-ayon o sa talagang nangailangan sila ng brilliant opinion ni Senator Enrile.
Now, separate quorum, separate roll call.
So did the framers of the Constitution overlook the provision of voting jointly?
You do not have to write that in the Constitution, in the Constitution that you must vote separately. The very nature of your bicameralism dictates that you must vote separately.
Hayag si Senator Enrile, sa former Senator Enrile, na hindi na kailangang banggitin pa na the Senate and the congressman has to or have to have separate voting when it comes to whatever law you want to, or pagdating dito sa kung ano mang ay amend, no. So kahit ano pa, hindi sila dapat magka uh, parehong count, so they are to vote separately.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Ako, Senator Valentino, ako.
Senator Enrile. So in effect, Your Honor, you are amenable to the proposition that there is a fourth way of amending the Constitution. As what is written in the Constitution, you have Constitutional Convention, you have Constituent Assembly, and you have People's Initiative. But there are commentators who've been saying that there is a fourth way. The fourth way is just pass an ordinary bill and then submit it for ratification by the people. Is that an appropriate way of interpreting the bicameralism mode? Pass a bill, approved by both houses, voting separately, submitted to the people for ratification. Then, ergo, you change the Constitution. So is that a fourth way, Your Honor?
Constituent Assembly or People's Initiative, you cannot ignore the people. It has to be ratified by them in a plebiscite. But as far as the method of adopting an amendment, there are three: Constitutional Convention, Constituent Assembly, and People's Initiative. The choice belongs to you as Congress of the people, except that the initiative of the people will have to emanate from the people themselves, but there is what some requirements for that to happen. But by and large, the intent and concept, primary concept of the Constitution, that is Congress itself should be the one to introduce the amendments so that it will be expeditious, because it is the fastest way of achieving your amendment. It is no difficult in passing a law. only that the vote is different and the process is different. You involve the people. In a law, you don't. The vote is different.
Right, if I may ask a follow-up question, Your Honor. I've been totally against, ever since, the granting of a wide latitude of power to the executive branch to formulate implementing rules and regulations. It has developed and evolved in such a way that they decide when to draft the IRR, when to issue the IRR, and sometimes the IRRs would be in conflict with the law, Your Honor. So the tenor of my question is that would that conflict with your earlier proposition of just adding the unless otherwise provided by law, because the law would be transformed again by the executive branch into their own version of IRR, which might be in conflict with the law.
The law cannot be modified by an IRR. The water of the spring cannot rise above the source. The law is complete in every respect. The one that will have to interpret it with finality is the Supreme Court. But as far as legislation is concerned, when you pass a law, it is complete in every respect. Whatever IRR there is must conform with the text, literal text, and the spirit of the law. It cannot be modified.
Sinabi ni Senator Enrile that base doon sa sinabi ni Senator Tolentino na pwede kasing baguhin daw o parang binabago ng executive branch yung batas through IRR, so implementing rules and regulations. So sabi ni Enrile, it cannot be modified. So kapag if you think that it is being modified, pwedeng you can bring it to the Supreme Court, and it is the Supreme Court that has the final say kung may nilabag ba o binago ba o the law is being modified. Because the law cannot be modified. Okay, it can be amended, but it cannot be modified.
Respect to my side of the government. I'm now a member of the cabinet. We cannot amend the law. We have no mandatory powers. That is a practice. I do not know how it was introduced, and it's being abused.
Yung pong isa, ang una po, ang
Economic provision.
papareho po siyang economic provision po,
Nakalagay doon ang idadagdag lang ninyo sa
unless otherwise.
legislation unless provided by law.
Opo, opo,
Yung isa ganun din.
opo.